welcome to Südtirol. Over the last 48 hours, we've had over a metre of snow. Thankfully, the teams have been doing a great job keeping the roads clear so spectators and athletes can make it to the competition safely. We're in the 4th round of the season, and it's going to be a thriller, I can guarantee it. It's time for the men's and women's lead finals. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2019 Uiaa Aiskliving World Cup, and welcome to Rabenstein. Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. And as you can see, the structure is looking mighty fine. And we are almost ready to get underway here at the 2019 Uiaa Aiskliving World Cup. Before we do get underway, we figured that since we're broadcasting on so many channels in so many places, that we would give you guys the chance to learn a little bit more about some of the technical jargon that I will be using during this broadcast. A couple of years ago, I made a video with Canadian athlete Noah Bake. This is Know Your Jargon. We're here at the warm-up wall behind the Sazfei structure with Canadian climber Noah Bake, and we're going to try and explain a few of the terms that you're going to hear in the commentary. So first of all, Noah's going to kick in. So Noah, when you kick in, what is it that you're thinking about?
Just to see if they actually stick and how far they go in.
And how does that feel?
Good.
Cool. Another term that you'll often hear us say is the use of the word figure four, or just four. Noah, use a fig four. Can you explain why you would use a fig four?
You generally use a figure four when you find a very skatey or low percentage hold because it really sets your pick in the down position so it doesn't pop off.
Uh-huh. So it doesn't, I think a misconception is that often people think it gives you more reach, but actually it just gives you a more stable position over the tool.
It can and it can't. It's really the situation.
Another term that we often use during the commentary is figure of nine, fig nine or a nine. So now if you could show us a nine. And perhaps now's a good time to explain the difference between a four and a nine. So with a nine, Noah's left hand and left leg are crossed, whereas with a four, you would cross right hand and left leg. So Noah, explain why you would use a figure nine.
You generally use it in roofs to transition into a figure four to reach to the next hold.
Okay. So moving on to tool usage. Noah, when you are climbing, you'll often use different tool positions. Mm-hmm. I'd like to cover some of those. So first up, Noah's going to show us a wrap.
So wrap is when you kind of wrap the teeth of the tool around the hold. You'll generally do that when you see a horn kind of sticking out. And it's usually a fairly decent hold.
And how does it feel?
It usually feels fairly secure.
Careful. And then also you might go what some people call front on. Can you show us that?
Yeah, that's just plainly placing the...
So the clue's in the name.
Straight on like that.
And does that feel less secure?
It can. It can be really bad, but it can also be really good.
Cool. And then another crucial one that we often talk about is a stein.
That is when you take it upside down and then the teeth rest against the wall.
So the head of the axe is resting against the wall, mm-hmm. and you can torque on it almost, really yard on it. So we can call that a stein or a stein pull. And then there's a subtle difference between the stein and then an undercling or an undercut. Can you show us that?
An undercling is usually upside down, but you don't Rabenstein, the head of your tool.
So the head of the tool would be free from the surface of the wall.
Usually a more physical move too.
Cool. Well, Noah, thank you so much for that. That was very insightful, very interesting. Best of luck for the competition.
Yeah, thank you.
And so hopefully now you have a little bit more insight into some of the terms and words and usage that we'll be doing here. Let's check out that for a venue, ladies and gentlemen. We are, of course, here in Rabenstein for the 4th league finals of the season, the 2019 Uiaa Ice-Climbing World Cup, brought to you by Outdoor Research. It's going to be a stunning final. I know that for several reasons. One, because we've had 3 stunning finals already this season. 2, because the semi-finals were absolutely fantastic. One of the ladies that's in the finals is Maria Tolokanina. She's been on this circuit for more years than anyone can really remember. She competed in Sazfe for the first time 17 years ago. We caught up with Maria Tolokanina earlier this week and shot this lovely little interview.
В этот вид спорта меня привели родители, потому что они альпинисты, и, наверное, у меня не было выбора заниматься другим видом спорта. В этом всем я крутилась, вертелась, и мне это все нравилось. Как долго я буду заниматься этим видом спорта, для меня самой этот вопрос постоянно возникает, поэтому я уже об этом задумывалась частенько. Скорее всего, пока у меня все получается, пока я могу тренироваться, пока мне это нравится, поездки на соревнования, встречи с друзьями, лазание разнообразных маршрутов на соревнованиях, я буду этим заниматься. Настанет однажды какой-то, наверное, момент, я это почувствую в душе, что, наверное, пора заканчивать, и, может быть, результаты упадут, может быть, мне будет чего-то не хватать, чтобы быть в топе сильнейших. Наверное, тогда я буду заканчивать.
There's the top clip, and there's the match, ladies and gentlemen. Maria Tolokanina, in fine style, composed, calm, collected and cool. Another gold medal to add to the tally, at the top of the game for so many years, and at the top of the game for so many years.
Сезон 2019 года для меня очень важный, потому что к каждому сезону я подхожу серьезно для подготовки. Стартов очень много, они разнообразные. Азия, Европа, Америка. Для меня это важно. Важен каждый старт, важно каждое выступление. Даже если оно плохое, я делаю из этого выводы и следую дальше к своим результатам. Сазфи-старт для меня один из самых первых в моей жизни, потому что я в нем выступала в первый раз в 15 лет. И сейчас это был уже 17-й сезон, когда я выступаю в Сазфи. Настрой был очень хороший на финале. Перед этим я показала на полуфинале хороший результат.
Truly is the all-rounder. They don't call her the best for no reason at all. Oh no! Oh my god! I've seen it once. I've only ever seen Maria Tolokanina fall low once.
Но для меня произошла какая-то непонятная случайность на трассе. На самом деле это, наверное, возможно, была моя ошибка, но выводы я делаю и дальше буду следовать. Сазфи для меня, наверное, немножко усложнит работу в Рабинштейне, потому что эмоционально нужно будет настраивать себя уже серьезнее, не допускать ошибок, потому что я уже допустила ошибку, больше нельзя. Мне будет потруднее. Хотя даже отрицательный результат, он дает свою какую-то отметочку, чтобы дальше продолжать работать, не останавливаться и достигать других результатов.
And I am sure you'll agree that that was a beautiful interview, and we will have the whole interview online to watch anytime you want. We're going to have an extended cut of that, I believe, actually, with Maria Tolokanina, available on YouTube in the coming days. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Liam Lonsdale. I will be your commentator today and will be taking care of you. And joining me in the booth is Team USA's Lindsay Hastings. Lindsay, a very warm welcome.
Thank you for having me, Liam. I'm really excited to be here.
I'm glad that you are here, and of course, we're going to have some fun together. Before we have a proper catch-up and I introduce you to the fans at home, I would like to go through the start lists. 8 men and 8 women qualified today. We will start with the lead finals women. First out, 8th place qualifier is Switzerland's Vivian Labaril. Enni Bertling of Finland is 2nd. Ema McSwiggan of Ireland 3rd. Olga Kozek of Poland will be out 4th in her 2nd ever career final. Sina Goetz of Switzerland 5th. Han Narai Song of Korea 6th. Un Cheon Shin of Korea 7th. And Maria Tolokanina of Russia out 1st. Following that, of course, we have the men's start list. 8 athletes again qualified. Young-gun Lee snuck in there for Korea. He qualified in 8th place, out 1st. Chang Hyun Lee for Korea out 2nd. Mohammad Reza Safdarian of Iran 3rd. Yannick Glatard of Switzerland 4th. Nikolai Kuzovlev of Russia out 5th. Nathan Claire of France 6th. Hyung Park of Korea 7th. And Luna Ladamon, the fastest to top the finals, semi-finals? What competition are we doing? The semi-finals. He was the fastest, and of course is through out first. There is Vivian Labaril. She will be our first climber today. She qualified in 8th place. Lindsay, Vivian now preparing for this route. Tell me what was going through your head when you were preparing to climb on this structure yesterday. What was going through your head? You pulled on, you were going to start climbing. What's in your mind?
Just to climb confidently and climb with intention. This is my first World Cup, and so I really just wanted to, my goal is to make it to the 3rd bolt, and I made it to the 4th on one of my routes, so I was really excited about that. Yeah, just to climb fearlessly. Well,
let's hope Vivi can climb fearlessly now. At clip number 1 there, the climbers are going to climb alternately, so women first, then men, and we'll do that all the way from 1 through 8. Vivian Labaril qualified for the finals last week in Saas-Fee. In these early stages of the route, it's often just a case of finding your momentum. Speaking of finding momentum, let's get this broadcast some momentum. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are watching and why you are watching, we would love to hear those things. You can let us know by dropping comments in the chat box or the comments box. You can also send us any message on any social media platform using the hashtag Uiaa Aisclimbing. Where are you tuning in from and who are you supporting? You can also get in touch with me directly. It couldn't be easier. Just search at Liam Lonsdale on any of the social media channels. You send me a message or a comment and I will do my best to answer those questions. Maybe you have a question for Lindsay or one of the athletes. We will be interviewing the athletes after the finals has finished. We'll have interviews with the speed gold medalists and the lead gold medalists. Vivian Labaril moving now through to clip number 4. Moves now onto the left side of the structure on one of those awkward stone holds. Lindsay, you've been climbing for 2.5 years. You've been ice climbing only for a year, and here you are in the World Cups. Do you have any ambitions in the World Cups?
Eventually, I'd like to, train more and be a stronger competitor. But for now, for this year, I just wanted to come and have fun and gain experience and just kind of learn about what I can do to prepare better for next year.
And what have those learnings been?
I think I just need to spend more time on my tools, more time leading. This is kind of a hard sport to train for. There aren't a whole lot of resources or facilities. For speed, you need a couple belayers, you need vertical ice, and you need a place that you can go fast, and people aren't going to be mad at you for hacking out the ice.
Right.
You can't really take ice climbing tools into most climbing gyms, and so it's not easy to train for, I've found.
No, oh, Vivian Labaril falls there, very low on the route. Bangs ahead, knowing that there was a silly mistake. We will catch the replay of that. So frustrated, you can see the frustration in the young Swiss climber. Let's see exactly what happened there. So she's just slipped out of the Fig 4. What a nightmare. In that Figure 4 position, she was spinning on her tools, and we don't see the hold exactly, but it looks like it was one of those holds that if you rotate on it, you're off. And that was the case. Not the performance that Vivian Labaril was hoping for, but a great effort nonetheless. Here you can see here, rocking backwards and forwards, and as that pick turns to the left, boom, get down. It's a shame for Vivi, but those things do happen. She didn't move quick enough off that figure four. She does get to sit in the ice box. That is our hot seat for the first place climbers. I would imagine she won't be there very long. I think we're going to have a new first place fairly quickly. Lindsay, of all the competitors that you've seen so far, male or female, is there one that's stood out as particularly inspiring? Lindsay's looking at me with a face like, there's a lot of very inspiring competitors.
I mean, everyone's inspiring. Everyone's so friendly here. It's been really great to talk to athletes from different countries. Yeah, I mean, I'm just inspired by everyone that's here.
Very diplomatic answer. Younggun Lee there of Korea, our first male athlete, lines up the structure for his attempt. Younggun Lee had a great season so far. He, of course, took bronze medal in both Korea and China. A little bit of a slip last week, came 7th in Sosfei. This competition last year, he also placed 7th. Definitely be looking to better that result here today. He's just dropped his axe. I'm literally speechless. Younggun, I don't know what you're playing at, mate, but that is not the way we do it. Younggun Lee there dropping his tool, and if you're familiar with the rules, as soon as you drop a tool, that is you over. And that is really disappointing. We're going to see a replay of that. You can see how disappointed he is. That is a heartbreaker. Reaches up with that left hand, puts his tool in his mouth, hits it out of his mouth. Oh, Lindsay, that is not an ideal situation.
Not at all.
Have you ever done such a thing?
I have not dropped a tool on a route yet.
Touch wood, quick. Don't ever do it. Absolute nightmare. Well, that's two very quick competitors out the way. This final might be quicker than we thought, guys. Let's have a look at that social. We're getting messages already from people all over the world. It's great to have you on board. Please do send us those messages. Let us know where you're tuning in from and who you're tuning for. And a special warm welcome to our guests joining us on the Red Bull channel. One of the members of the Guardia de Finanza. Those guys are actually police officers. I did some research on the Guardia de Finanza, Lindsay, a couple of years ago, because I was wondering like what they actually do. The Guardia Finanza look after the borders.
Mm-hmm.
They're also the main drug authority for Italy.
Okay.
They're like the DEA of the Americas,
Mm-hmm.
but here in Italy. They're also responsible for tax evasion, money laundering, and they get to hang out in the mountains all the time. They get all the cool stuff. It's like the best job in the police ever, I think.
Doesn't sound like a bad deal.
No. The reason I looked them up is because I was at a climbing gym in Italy, and a whole coach load of them turned up and they were just coming climbing, wearing their uniforms.
Just training?
Just training. It's part of what they do.
How do I sign up?
I think you probably need to be Italian. Are you Italian?
I am not.
No? Okay, well, that's that sorted. Next athlete out in the ladies' competition will be Enni Bertling. I'm guessing that the reason we've got a slight delay here is the fact that Enni Bertling will not have been ready. She'll have been expecting somewhere between 15 minutes from the start of the competition to now for her, but obviously, what with 2 low falls, it's just gone through very, very quickly. I can tell you that the men have 19 clips on their routes, including the top. They have 7 minutes to climb. And the women have also 19 clips, including the top, with 8 minutes to climb. And here comes Enni Bertling.
support the one and only finisher here in the final.
One of the judges there on the left-hand side, Wanda Maria Harabagiu of Romania.
It definitely does catch you off guard to be called up early for your climb. I had that happen last weekend. I was called up about 40 minutes early, and I was not warmed up, didn't have any gear on, so that was pretty stressful.
And why did that happen?
It was a speed competition in Uiaa, Colorado. And
you were in Uiaa.
I was.
How was it?
It was awesome. I took third in the speed comp there.
Nice one.
It was fun. The route was about 120 feet tall. We climbed it twice, back to back.
This sounds more like an endurance comp than a speed comp.
It definitely was.
Congratulations on that third place.
Thank you. Paid my rent this month.
And Marianne van der Steen took the gold, right?
She did, yes. In lead and speed.
Yeah, I saw that. Crushing. Marianne, when are we going to get you back on the ice climbing circuit? Perhaps in Denver. What have you seen you in Denver?
I think she is in Denver, yes.
And you as well, Lindsay?
Absolutely.
Excellent. If you haven't heard of the Denver competition at home yet, the Denver round is going to be one of the most spectacular of the season, without a doubt. It's going to be in downtown Denver, right outside the City Hall, I believe, one of the main parks. There's a whole festival going on around that competition. We're expecting crowds in the tens of thousands. And yeah, I'm quite confident that it's going to be one of the most exciting comps of the season. So if you can be there, be there. If not, then make sure you tune in. Enni Bertling now climbing past clip 1 through those initial steep panels. Into the Stein with the right hand.
Als nächste Frau dann sehen, wir wechseln ja natürlich ab, einmal Mann, und auf der männlichen Seite gibt es wieder einen Auftritt aus Korea von Changyong Lee.
Enni Bertling, of course, took the first ever medal for a Finnish ice climbing athlete a couple of weeks ago in Beijing, China. She took bronze medal. Absolutely delighted. It was a big occasion, that one, not only for her but for the Finnish team as well. Enni and her teammates Mira, Tapio and Pauli have been instrumental in the progression of the sport in that country. They coach the kids, they've built structures, they hold the World Youth Championships in Oulu. They're really, really going for it, and I am very confident that they are the first in a long line of strong and talented Finnish athletes. Enni Bertling now makes clip number 5.
Das ist Gesamtweltcup im Overall im Moment auf dem 5. Platz.
Enni Bertling now reaches out behind her into that hang. Oh no, another fall! Guys, I thought Vivian Labarille had fallen low with a silly mistake, but Enni Bertling falls in exactly the same place. She was in that figure 4, I believe, over the left hand.
I'd be curious to see what that hold looks like.
Yeah, Lindsay, I agree. I would love to see that hold like. She released the right hand, started the swing, and look, that hold, the pick swings to the left again. She stares it down, boom, out of there. Oh, 2 in a row. Is Chang Hyun Lee going to drop his axe? The next climber? No, surely not.
I sure hope not.
No. 3 athletes falling, surprisingly though, 5 of 19 clips. She wasn't quite in that figure 4 as well. You see that left leg was really high up there. It would be great to get an angle on that. We'll see what we can do. If we can get an angle on the hole, we will get it. Enni Bertling walks over, and I'm sure speaks to now Vivian Labarille, and they talk about what a difficult move that was. What a nightmare. Cheng Hyun Lee will be our next athlete for the men. We have people tuning in from Arizona. We have people tuning in. Wow, it's early in Arizona. It's like 4:15 a.m. No, 5:15.
It is, yeah.
Wow, thanks for tuning in and saying hello, George, as always. He says hello to you specifically, Lindsay. Sitze van Sluten, it's a familiar name. Photographer tuned in from the Netherlands. We have people tuning in from Korea, Poland. That's just on YouTube. We've got people from all over the place. If you are enjoying the broadcast, then we encourage you to share it. It's so easy to do. You can just hit that share button on any of the platforms and get it out there. There is our next athlete. It is Cheng Hyun Lee. Currently sits in 8th place overall after 3 competitions. He finished 5th at his home comp in Cheongsong, 13th in China, and 18th in Swiss. So he's already bettered the previous 2 rounds. It's highly likely that he's going to do better today. He's looked on great form this weekend. Let's just hope there's no small errors right at the beginning.
And you can see that the Koreans are really a nation of ice climbers.
At clip 2 there, moves out with the right hand into that backhand. Nice strong movement, cuts loose with the feet.
We saw Yang Lee, this is Chang Yong Lee, and then we were waiting for Hee Young Park. But now it's time for Chang Yong Lee.
Oh, little slip of the foot there, but doesn't fall. Keeps composure. Uses his hand there. Lindsay, maybe you can explain the point of using a hand on the hold.
Sometimes the holds are kind of skatey and they're just better to use with your hands. It's a tool I often forget to use, but it is allowed in the World Cup Series.
It's definitely allowed in the World Cup Series, and in fact it's won gold medals before. Petra Klingler famously took gold medal ahead of all the other athletes in Kirov in 2015 when she climbed through a crook sequence using the hands that everybody else had fallen off with the tools. So yeah, it can definitely pay to do it. It can also be a big mistake, which happened to her in Satsfei last weekend. Cheng Hyun Lee now climbing out into that horizontal section through those hanging black volumes. So far, so good, and nice to get a little bit of momentum in that climbing now. Finished 12th here back in 2017. He does know this route, this climbing structure. And now into the security of the eye, swings the feet across, very smooth. Sheila McCarron's tuned in, watching in Lyon, France. Bonjour. Cheng Hyun Lee eyeing up that next hold, and it's another hanging ice barrel, and again swings those legs over. Nice pace in that swing, aggressive, confident. It's exactly the right method to be using in this ice as he flicks between those figure 4s and those figure 9s. Right leg over the left hand there into the figure 9. Just leaves that tool hanging so that you can make that clip. Really nice climbing so far. He's moving really confidently, Lindsay.
He is. He's climbing very fast and very confident.
It's kind of the key, really, at this structure is to move as fast as possible through this ice section. This is the quote-unquote easy part as he kicks down into the vertical ice.
We have a question here from Kevin Mullins on YouTube. He's asking, how cold is it here today?
It's -3 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit.
Probably mid-20s?
Something like that, like 20-something, yeah. It's not very cold is the short answer. It's kind of pleasant, actually. Cold enough to keep it icy, and significantly warmer than it was in Satsfei. Yeah, it's nice. Pleasant. It was nice to climb in, right?
Absolutely. Yesterday was beautiful.
Bit of snow as well. We've had over 1 meter of snow in the last 48 hours.
Yeah, many athletes got stuck on the way to the competition yesterday morning, and it was really cool to see all the different countries helping push other people's cars out and put tire or snow chains on the tires.
It's one thing that we often talk about here at the Ice Climbing World Cups is that it kind of transcends all national and political boundaries, and we all end up just helping each other. It's more of a family than a competition circuit.
Absolutely.
Chen Hyun Lee moving rightwards now from clip 13. Oh, he's popped! He had clip 13. It was unlucky for him. He just stalled out as he was going for that jump. That's him out of there. 13 of 19.
That'll put him in the icebox.
It will put him in the icebox, Lindsay. That's accurate. But I don't know how long you'll stay there. Next climber. McSwooners, be ready. Here is Uiaa McSwiggan. Let's see that one more time. You can see the blue hold that he was going for. Watch his foot. Right foot just didn't quite engage.
Looks like a big move there.
Yeah, big long jump, and he needed to lean over the right foot and press off it, and instead he was kind of static on the foot. Let's see if we can see it better from this angle. What I want to see there is a spring from the leg, and he just kind of falls away instead. So interesting to see the route setters increasing the use of dynamic holds, dynamic moves rather, and how they're forced to use those moves in the competition.
Das ist das Finale, meine Damen und Herren. Die besten 8.
So, Uiaa McSwiggan tying in now. Currently third in the overall rankings. This is her third final of the season. She finished 8th in Korea. She took silver medal in China, and of course in Korea she had that low fall, which was very unfortunate. It was kind of a heartbreaker, and when she made finals in China, it was a chance for redemption, which she took with 2 hands, silver medal there, and then broke her curse from South Fei. Finally made semi-finals there, finished 9th in Switzerland last week. So what we do know is that we've had 2 athletes, Vivian Labarille and Enni Bertling, Switzerland and Finland respectively. And both of these athletes have fallen in almost identical places. They fell hanging in a figure 4 position from a hanging barrel. We haven't yet seen what that hold looks like. We're doing our very best to find you a position that shows that hold, but this structure weaves and winds, and it's very tricky to get that shot. So we're trying to get it. As soon as we have it, we'll show it you. Uiaa McSwiggan climbing now. Moving up through those first moves.
She has to fight against the best athletes here. Korea with Won Shin and from Russia.
Moving up now, Stein in clip 2.
In the finals here in Stein.
Actually, that's not a Stein. You can see the axe. It's floating there, that undercut. She reaches up. That next hold puts the figure 4 in, the right leg over the left arm to make clip number 3. Back into the figure 9, right leg over right hand. Lots of support coming in already for Uiaa McSwiggan. We can see with those split times that Uimaa's smack bang in the middle of the previous 2 athletes for time. Well, we know that time really doesn't matter at this point compared to them. She just needs to keep moving, and she's already picking up seconds now as she makes clip 4. What we do know, Lindsay, is that she has a good idea that people have fallen really low. She's out so quickly. What do you think will be going through her mind now?
Just climbing smooth and confident and getting as high as she can to replace someone else in the icebox.
Right. Reaches up for that next hold, just looking for the placement. Finds it there on that right-hand side. wraps the tool around the right-hand side, torques it in that reverse grip. Matches in on the low grip with the left hand. And here we go, onto that hold. Okay, interesting. It looks like a huge hold.
Yeah.
And she's in that fig 4. Switches it to a 9, and she's starting to rotate on it. That tool needs to stay straight. She's using that lower foot under the underside of the volume to keep herself straight. Oh, come on, Uiaa. Then she has the next hold. Whew. So, Uiaa McSwiggan moves through those next moves. Gets through that first danger zone. Very strong in that figure 4. Managed to keep the stability and keep that position. And it looks like the wind's picked up as well. You can see those quick draws blowing.
A lot of snow blowing down from the mountains over here.
Indeed, there is a lot of snow blowing down. Bib number 1, 2, 3. Uiaa McSwiggan of Ireland now in provisional first place. I know there's a lot of McSwooners out there that will be cheering loudly at the screen now for Uiaa. Did you know that, Lindsay, that she has her own fan club?
I did not.
They're
What is it called?
The McSwooners.
Okay.
Because they McSwoon for McSwiggan. I didn't come up with that, a fan did. It's a true story.
That's amazing.
Yeah. What do you think your fan club would be called?
I don't know. I'm going to have someone else make one up.
There you go, guys. There's another challenge for you. Uiaa McSwiggan now moving leftwards from clip number 8. Starting to find a little bit of pace now in that more comfortable territory. Used to being upside down with all that time spent in Cheongsong. If you didn't know, Uiaa McSwiggan lives and trains in Korea. Spends much of her time training with the Korean team.
How much time do the athletes have to complete these routes?
That's a great question. So there's 19 clips on both routes, and the ladies, I believe, have 8 minutes. That's correct, and the men have 7 minutes. How's that for you?
That's a great answer.
There you go, you see. We like to deliver. Moving into those ice barrels now, and this is the point where Uiaa can really pick up that pace. Reaches left into that next hanging ice block, stands down with that right foot onto the ice below. Moving to the end of that ice block now. You see that blue line halfway along is to split the hold up and allow them to score it as 2 separate holds, just in case someone falls low further down the barrel than somebody else.
I've seen a lot of athletes walking around with blue paint on their faces, and that must be what it's from.
That's exactly what it's from, yeah, blue and pink paint. Hope it's non-toxic. Now at clip number 12. Less than 2 minutes remaining for Uiaa McSwiggan as she gets into the real meat of this route now. Final steep section.
You can tell she's seen these holds before. She goes right for, the right spot on the hold.
Those metal holds particularly are Korean holds, so there's a lot of experience using those around the left side of that big black volume. Bit of drag there now. You can see the rope drag when she's trying to make that clip.
I can't imagine the rope drag on these long routes.
Come on, Uiaa. You hear Kendra Stritch there, teammate shouting 1 minute. Uiaa, little pick pop there with the right hand, but keeps composed, keeps moving, makes the next clip. just short on that right hand there. Tries again. Hits it. Oh, just needs to readjust. Third time, still not good.
Looks like she can't see the holds. That must add some difficulty.
Yeah, it looks that way. Comes it from the underside. Still not finding the hold. Oh, and she almost had it then as that time ticks down. It's going to be a finish at clip 15 by the looks of it. Just can't find that hold. And that is time up for Uiaa McSwiggan. Great effort from her. And a comfortable first place. Third athlete out. What do you think of that, Lindsay?
That was incredible. She was moving well. I think so, yeah. I think she should be proud of that climb.
She's looking up. She's definitely frustrated at not being able to hit that hold. She'll watch the next climbers to see how they're fared with that one.
From Iran.
Uiaa McSwiggan there. With a great effort, but just couldn't quite find that hold. See there, Mr. Kim, one of the main guys at the Korean Alpine Federation. Kendra Stritch, teammate from the USA. And on your screens, Mohammad Reza Safdarian. Mohammad Reza is an Iranian athlete. Very, very strong. And in fact, it was at this competition last year that he made ice climbing history and took gold medal for Iran here in Ravenstein. 2 medals last season. Third in Sazve the week before. Gold here in Ravenstein. Mohammad Reza Safdarian moving rightwards on, look at that, jumps across into that ice barrel. Moving really nicely between those ice barrels, and as soon as we can find you his elapsed time, we will update you with that. Clip 10 made, steps across into the ice. Approaching clip number 11, there it is.
Die Athleten haben ja noch eine Runde vor sich. Es geht ja weiter nach Frankreich zur nächsten Weltcup-Etappe und ein großes Finale in den USA, in Denver. Also noch viel
Clip number 12 now.
Training, die die Athleten absolvieren werden.
Reaches up with the right hand to that intellect hold. And this is where we saw Chang Hyun Lee. He just didn't quite get this move right. Got to rock over the foot and then pop at the same time to catch this one. Oh, really nice. Lindsay made that look easy.
He did. That was excellent.
Very precise with the right hand. Now climbs his way into first place, reaches out with that right hand.
andere. Lekker Spider-Man.
Kicks in hard. Mohamed Rajasaf Darian on that intellect hold by clip 14, starting to move now into the upper part of the route. 19 clips for the men. Into that undercut that he's switching between his left and right hand, just trying to find a good position to recover, and reaches up with the right. Into the undercut. Clip 16 now. Really strong progress as he's approaching the upper part of this route. 19 clips total, and there's the shot. You see how close he is to the top. Lindsay, is he going to make it?
He's looking pretty good right now. I think we could see our first top.
It's possible.
Go, stop there, go. Oh, 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 oh.
Into the figure four, left leg over right hand on that small stone edge. One of the Sam holds from Switzerland. Back into that figure four, into the figure nine, left leg over left hand, reaches up with the right, or rather with the left over himself, into the backhand. Oh, and he's popped off. He was so close to the top. But that left hand, he just lost focus. Very close indeed. We'll see that again in the replay. He was very close then. Watch that left hand. Presses with the feet. Lifts up. Boom. Just a little bit of loss of tension, possible loss of focus. Just loses that hand. That's the way these things go. Think you'll be happy with that one, Lindsay?
Absolutely.
Next athlete out in her second career final, second of the season as well. Olga Kozak of Poland.
She's in the overall ranking 7th. She became 18th in Korea, 4th place in China, 14th in Sassy, Switzerland. La Polacca, Olga Kozak.
Heute in der Halbfinale war sie ausgezeichnet.
So, Olga Kozak climbing up through these early moves. Two of the three athletes in this women's competition so far have fallen very low. Struggled with the move on the ice, on the hanging black volume. There's a figure four, you'll see it in a second. Hopefully Olga will be able to get past that. She's currently 7th in the overall world ranking, placed 18th in Korea, 4th in China, 14th in Switzerland. .27 years old, finished in this competition 11th last year, 8th the year before, 28th the year before that. into that hold with the... Oh no, she's off another one! Lindsay, another one!
That's disappointing.
Oh, guys. I mean, we know it's possible. Emma McSwiggan did so well. Climbed through it. Watch the tool. Into the figure 9. Didn't even twist on it this time. Just, it must be a really terrible hold. Oh, over and over.
Sounds like the rankings are going to come down to time for a lot of these athletes.
I mean, Emma McSwiggan sitting in first place. There's 4 more athletes to go in the women's. Tina Goetz, Hanna Song, Wun Shin, and Maria Tolokanina. Hanna Song has won this competition 4 years in a row.
Wow.
I feel like if anyone can get past the move, she can get past the move. Then, of course, Wun Shin, very talented competitor. Maria Tolokanina the same. We'll have to wait and see. Next athlete in the men's competition, last year's gold medalist, Swissair himself, young Yannick Letard. Very fast climber. Took a year out of competitions last year to complete all his mountain guide training. Now working as an aspirant mountain guide.
Very cool.
Back this year to see how things are going, and it went pretty well. Seven minutes on the clock for Yannick Letard. 19 clips and a whole lot of climbing between him and the top.
He's climbing very fast so far.
That's very much his style. Seems to have really matured into that style as well. It used to be that he would just go full pelt or whatever you put in front of him, but now much more measured. Knows his abilities. Having seen Mohamed Reza Safdarian get so close to the top, I think we could see a couple of tops in this men's competition. If that is the case, then it's all going to be about time. Which you kind of hinted at before, but I wondered if you were talking about the women before.
I was talking about the first couple of women, yes.
Makes his clip, reaches out behind him into the underside of that hanging volume. Reaches out behind him into that ice, very, very solid straight into that, moving nice and quickly. Placed 7th here in his season in 2017. Placed 2nd here, took silver medal back in 2016. And he's absolutely blasting through these ice barrels.
Looks like it's getting pretty windy out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement in the quick draws and the banners. Wonder if Swiss Air's experiencing some turbulence. Quickly makes that clip number 10. He's up into the next section now, which is this vertical ice before the steep panels above him that include this dyno. Takes the intellect hold. Oof, and he's got that in a delicate position.
These close-ups always make me nervous with those precarious pick placements.
Yeah, it's a great shot. You really see how thin that thing is.
Making a dyno move off of that must be very difficult.
Well, we're about to see how difficult it is. Lines himself up, hops. Oh, and he's missed! Oh no! Just miscalculated. We need to see that again and exactly what happened. Just came up short again. Oh. Falls in the same place as Chang Hyun Lee. He hits it and just doesn't quite get on it right. We've watched that one more time, Lindsay. Yeah, left tool was fine. You could see he was frustrated. Right, this is the shot. So, watch his hips, watch his shoulders. There's like a half of a stall somewhere in the move. Doesn't quite get over the hold. And then because he's not over the hold, he falls. That's such a shame. Lindsay, the route setters have such a challenging job. You know, these athletes are so strong. They have to separate them in one way or another. It just feels painful when it's like this.
I can't imagine route setting for a competition like this.
Next athlete joining us, silver medalist in Sazfei. Her first ever podium, her first ever World Cup medal. And it's Sina Götz. Currently in 6th place overall, with a 4th out in Korea and that 2nd in Switzerland. Have you had much chance to watch Lindsay climb? No, you're Lindsay. Have you had much time to watch Sina climb, Lindsay?
I have not.
That's a shame. She's a really interesting climber to watch. Very, very calm, very controlled, good strength. Still with that Swiss flair as well. Gets some blood into her fingers as she takes her tools and prepares herself for the first moves.
No screaming barfies today.
It's funny that you call them the screaming barfies. Nobody else calls them that.
What do you call them?
We call them hot aches.
Hot aches, okay.
Yeah. Screaming barfies is definitely more descriptive. As soon as you say what they are, we know what you mean. But yeah.
I still have to explain that to a lot of people in the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, unless you've had it, you would never know.
Exactly.
If you've had the screaming barfies or the hot aches, maybe you can comment, let us know what your worst experience of the hot aches or screaming barfies were. Maybe let us know what you call it in your language. Sina Götz of Switzerland climbing up past clip number 1. Will she pass that dangerous, dangerous move at clip number 5 by the hanging volume? Catherine Bonas tuned in. Bonjour, ça va? Great to have regulars from the tour, judges, officials, athletes.
athletes is good chances here in Ramstein.
Sina Gertz now moving around that left side of the structure. Finished 9th here last year, Sina Gertz. She's already beaten that result. She's definitely wanting a podium today. We spoke to her, of course, in the semi-finals after she climbed. She came and spoke to us and said she was fairly happy with her performance. It was a very tricky semi-finals. Lots of surprises, very difficult crux moves.
Here she goes.
And this is that section. That's a good angle on that hold. It looks deep, Lindsay.
It does. It looks pretty solid right there.
Oh, and she almost left her tool behind. Sorry, Lindsay. Please go on.
It's when you get your weight underneath it that it looks like it's going to pop you off.
Uses that foot to stabilize herself in that picks turn in.
She does it.
Great work from Sina Gertz. Moves past that first danger zone. We can already see she's 25 seconds ahead of Emma McSwiggan, who's currently sitting in first place. Emma McSwiggan making it all the way to clip number 15 and got stuck on one of those moves. Need to see Sina accelerating now.
That does look like a nice resting spot.
It's always the dilemma. Do you stop and rest in the nice resting spot, or do you push on and try and get a higher result? Really nice, confident movement so far from Sina Gertz. Hard to believe that we've already had 5 athletes, Lindsay, in the women's competition.
Yeah, it's gone by pretty quick.
So fast. Less than an hour of competition and we're all already halfway through, over halfway in fact. Puts that right leg over the left hand, back over the right for the figure 9 at clip number 9. Granite edge there. Enough for her to reach down into the ice barrel at clip number 10, which she already has. Shaking in the ice barrel. Moving onto that ice barrel. The last one before the wooden head wall. Just behind Emma McSwiggan now, lost a little bit of time. Ima moved really quickly through this section. Sina just taking her time, a little bit more conservative. Okay, clip 13 made. Sina Gertz, just about a minute on the clock, reaches out with that left hand. Around the left side of that long diamond volume. Makes clip number 14. Now let's see what she does with this next move. Big four with the left leg over the right hand. Round the corner. Oh, just short of that corner. Oh, she just gets the tip of her pick up there. That is not a good placement. Not even close. She's keeping the tension in it anyway. Oh my gosh. Oh, she's off. Wow. She went with it. It was a good decision. She didn't have much choice. She was about to run out of time. Clip 14 made for Sina Gertz. That puts her in provisional second place behind Eamon McSwiggan, who continues her spot in the hot seat. And there is our next athlete, dominant Nikolai Kuzovlev, and with his main competition from last week, Yannick Glattard, out of the finals. Nikolai Kuzovlev has a very good chance of taking gold, although Lima Ladavon and Nathan Clare and Hyung Park all on great form today and in with a chance of topping. Kuzovlev, of course, taking gold medals in Korea and China.
Kuzovlev is einer der ganz starken. This is really the man to beat. He's the leader in the overall ranking. He has won 2 of 3 races and went on the second place in Sassé. Also winner of the combined World Championship in Moscow.
Nikolai Kuzovlev makes clip number 5 and reaches up into that hanging volume. Nikolai Kuzovlev hesitating there, actually, uncharacteristic hesitation. Oh, hello. Puts the figure 4 in with that left leg. Just struggling there. He's swinging on that like it's a flipping handlebar. Heart was in my mouth there for a second, Lindsay. Makes the clip. Heart can now be taken out of the mouth as he swings across and kicks into the relative security of the ice barrels. Moves into the higher ice barrel between clips 8 and 9 and then needs to move back down again. What are those ice barrels like to climb on, Lindsay?
I actually haven't been on one yet.
Oh, well that's no good, is it? Never mind.
These athletes make it look so easy. You know, I've done exercises like this on wood blocks, and it is difficult to have all of your body weight on one hand.
Super difficult, yeah, it is indeed a common misconception. What I would say is that a lot of the ability that these athletes have is as much experience as it is strength.
Absolutely.
You know, we've seen from a lot of athletes that have competed for years and years and years that they start to come into their own after 3 or 4 years of competition, mainly because that's when they have the experience, the holds, the know-how, the structures, and that's when they start to really get the results. And they haven't got particularly stronger, they just understand it better.
I agree. Even learning how to untangle yourself from the rope.
I mean, Alexei Marshallov, who's a great competitor, seasoned competitor, had that trouble today. I don't know if you saw that in the men's semi-final.
I did see that, yeah.
He was properly in a knot.
I was just nervous that he was going to fall and get all tangled in there.
Lose his foot. Let's hope not. Right, Nikolai Kuzovlev through those ice blocks. Oh. I think he's been called down. I'm going to try and get some information to find out what happened there. Special welcome as well to our guests on the Olympic channel and the Extreme channel. Let's have a look at those replays. I'm pretty sure he'll have touched something that he wasn't allowed to. Olga Kozek just translating there and explaining what happened. Speaks both Polish and English and Russian. So it's either a technical incident or he's been called down. Looks like he's really not sure what's happening. We're trying to get the information as quick as we can. Just waiting to get that information. I think if he did down climb to the clip, then that's against the rules. You're not allowed to reverse your moves, but I didn't actually see him reverse the move. Did you see that?
I did not notice that, no.
No. I was looking between... Okay, getting it in my ear that he did actually reverse several moves. You're only allowed to reverse to the last position of your tool in the rules. So if you move that furthest back tool, if you like, one back again, that's a disqualified move. You're not allowed to do that.
Okay,
So
I did see that the quick draw got tangled. It was laying on top of the ice.
I saw that as well. He could maybe appeal that and call a technical incident, and the judges will give him the chance to appeal it, but whether or not they grant the appeal, we'll have to wait and see. But if he did indeed make those moves back, then that is what happened. He's been disqualified for doing that. We saw that last year, I believe, in Sazfe. Nikolai Primarov had to do the same thing. And essentially, the only thing he is allowed to do is to leave that back tool where it is, move both hands to it, and then try and move from that without moving the tool. That's all he can do.
Okay.
We'll try and review it for you, and we will try and get that information. Hannare Song, dominant in this competition for 4 years. Check these out for statistics. She came 11th here in 2015, came back the year after in 2016 and took first. Came back in 2017, took first. Came back in 2018 and took first. 3 years in a row, not 4. Good maths.
Very impressive.
Yeah, this really is a structure that she favours. I'm also getting information that both Mohammad Reza Safdarian and Nikolai Kuzovlev used out-of-bounds zones, so that could also be a reason that they've been pulled down. But without the judges' information being told to me directly, this is merely speculation. We do not know exactly what's happened. We do have a replay of Kuzovlev. Let's watch that later on. We're going to stick with the action here with Hannare Song, especially considering we've had so many people falling so low. I know that looking at the results, Mohamed Reza Darian was called for that out-of-bounds zone. He was only given up to clip number 8. We'll have to wait and see what happens with Kusaflev, if that was the case, or if it was the climbing back. Okay, this is the move. Lindsay, how nervous are you on a scale of 1 to 10?
She's looking pretty good so far.
They've all looked good so far. Oh my gosh.
That swinging makes me nervous.
I mean, it's very rare that you find me speechless, but it's really quite nerve-wracking. Nope, she's off it. Ooh. Okay, good. Hannare Song has a chance now to continue that incredible winning streak at this event. Moves off that danger zone on the hanging black volume and to the relative safety of the ice. Shin will be following Hannah Song. Marina Tolkien will follow her. Current first place in the women's competition is Uiaa McSwiggan. 6th place qualifier in today's semi-finals. Hannah Song, clip number 9 now. With clip number 8, she was already 42 seconds ahead of the pace. Lindsay, I have a question for you. And I wonder, how many league competitions have you watched before competing this season?
My boyfriend and I watch these competitions on YouTube every night before bed.
Is that an actual thing?
It's an actual fact.
I love that. Okay, so you've watched a lot of competitions. That was a loud noise. You've watched a lot of competitions. What are you thinking of this one so far in comparison to the other ones that you've seen?
I don't really know how they compare.
It's so interesting. I mean, I'm just thinking, I've never seen in a final so many low falls.
That's true.
2 out-of-bounds calls now. I just feel like it's quite a strange one.
It does seem kind of bizarre.
Yeah. Well, still plenty of time for it to get even weirder. Hannah Song makes clip number 11. What's the favourite competition that you've ever watched?
I really like the Sasfe competition. I think it's cool that they have the parking lot structure so people can watch from different levels.
That's awesome, right?
Yeah. I used to be a cheerleader, and we had a competition at the Mall of America, and we had a similar thing where it was a rotunda with different levels of spectator viewing.
Here's a thing for you, Lindsay. Cheerleaders for ice climbing.
That could be fun.
Could be cold.
It would be very cold.
Hannah Song moving really well now, a minute ahead of the pace set by Uiaa McSwiggan, and not only can I see her on my monitor now, I can see her out of the window, and she has that head wall to climb above her, and she has several minutes to do it. I am getting information about Kusavlev's attempt that a technical incident was called because the quick draw was on top of the barrel.
So will he get to climb again?
I'm not going to say yes or no, but generally, if a technical incident is called, the athlete is allowed to climb again, yes. They return to isolation, and then it's up to the judges whether or not the climbers climb immediately or they have to wait until the end.
Hopefully he gets to wait and depump a little bit.
I think he gets to choose, maybe.
Okay.
I'd need to refresh my mind on the rules on technical incidents, actually. Hannah Song moving up to the left-hand side of that black diamond-shaped volume. It's always disorientating when you see a guy stood next to a climber on a route. In position up there, he's actually to unclip the quick draws and take some of the drag out of the system. Look at that, really nice deep lock off that right hand. Places that left tool first time. Only one other athlete has got to this point successfully. That was Uiaa McSwiggan, and by making that clip, Hannah Song is almost tied. She's still behind Uimaa, just to make this next move to go ahead of her.
She's got plenty of time to do it.
Hits it first time. Oh, pops off. She's now tied with Uimaa McSwiggan, because that's exactly the same move. Hits it second time, steps through with the left foot. Kicks high with the right foot, keeps that centre of gravity good and swings on that axe quite aggressively, actually. Obviously very confident in that placement. 3 clips and the top remaining. Just over a minute on the clock. She's stopping to shake. Oh, she's popped off, no! Oh, Hannah, eh? Looked like the Stein ripped out.
It does. So will she score more points than Emer
She's
then?
ahead of Emer, yeah, because she had that next hold.
Okay.
Or rather, she moved off the hold.
Progressed off of it.
Yeah, yeah, so she'll just get a better rating on that particular hold. Let's watch it again. So that's why she'll have a higher rating than Emer, because she actually took tools and matched on it.
Sure.
Very marginal placement. The right foot popped. Watch it again. Right foot pops. Yeah, you're not going to see it from that angle, but shallow placement. The right foot pops, and then the tension goes as soon as the foot pops. Next athlete out will be Nathan Claire of France. There he is. Okay, so Nathan Claire of France begins his men's final route. He took a silver medal back in China, his first ever medal. It's an amazing performance for both him and the French team. Did you see that round, Lindsay?
I did not.
Oh, watch that one on the replay. You can watch all of the replays on YouTube. He was sensational. Only beaten by Nikolai Kuzovlev, who, of course, has been unstoppable up till Saz's fate. But he was so fast, very aggressive. It was a pleasure to watch.
10th, 2nd, and 5th this season so far. And adding towards a good result here in Ramstein.
So, Nathan Claire moving out off that hanging barrel in that figure 4, or 9 rather, left leg over the left hand. Very rare to see him using those. He often just cuts loose and goes for it. Having to adopt those fig 4s and fig 9s as he steps right into that ice block. People ask him which venue they would suggest, we would suggest to take in as a spectator. It's a good question. If you were going to come and watch this competition for the first time, then Saz's fate is pretty spectacular, but it sounds like Denver's going to be the one.
Denver's going to have axe throwing. That's what I'm most excited about.
Hopefully not ice axe throwing.
I think like wood axe
Proper
throwing,
axes,
yeah. And fat bike races.
Yep, not excited for the ice climbing at all. You just want to come throw an axe and ride a bike.
It's going to be a good time, Liam.
So Nathan Claire now finding that pace through the ice, as we would expect. Moving really quickly between those 4s and 9s. Makes that next clip. Nice to see someone getting through that section now. up into the vertical ice.
Auch hier wieder eine tolle Passage im Parcours nach oben.
Onto that small Kukunogi edge. Reaches up with a right hand to that small intellect hold by clip 13. Now, will Nikolai Kozlovlev make this move? He sticks it.
Nicely done.
Really nicely done. Nikolai Kozlovlev now has chance to really advance through the upper part of this route and put himself in with a chance of a medal. He goes into first place. I was dreaming then. I think I said Kozlovlev. I was thinking of Kozlovlev. I think maybe it's those red sleeves that threw me. Of course, it's not Nikolai Kozlovlev. That is Nathan Clare of France as he moves through those intellect holds and now has a chance to climb at this upper part of the route. Goes into provisional first place. We do have Nikolai Kozlovlev who will climb again, I believe, due to a technical incident. The full information has come through now. We'll talk about that in a second. Nikolai Kozlovlev did experience a technical incident before. Nathan Clare now at clip 15. Reaches up for 16. Into that floating undercut there, the head of the tool free. Getting very close now. There's clip 17, which is behind himself into that shoulder. Steps through. That's the figure 4. Makes the next one. One more clip to go. Nathan Clare of France really picking up that momentum now with just over a minute remaining. You can see the top out and behind him, uses his hand on that wooden hold.
Smart move.
Reaches onto that barrel and now all he has to do is take that rope, make that clip, get around the other side of the barrel to match. First tool in. Second tool in, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Nathan Clare of France secures the top and is the first to do so. Takes provisional first place here in the 2019 Uiaa Ice Climbing World Cup lead finals in Rabenstein. Lindsay, that was amazing.
That was incredible.
I'm going to see a couple of quick replays of that, and then I'm going to tell you exactly what happened with Nikolai Kozlovlev.
Es geht weiter. Noch einmal. Hier noch einmal die Bilder in Slow Motion. Hier, ja genau, das war eine tolle Schlüsselpassage. Hier mit der artistischen Einlage. Ja, und es gibt natürlich Gratulation. Wir haben einen neuen new leader in the unofficial ranking in the lead right now.
So our next athlete joins us now, Won-Seon Shin of South Korea. And the official information for Nikolai Kozlovlev is this. He did climb backwards. But in climbing backwards, he had to do so because the clip had gone above the barrel, blown by the wind. And being blown by the wind, it was therefore a technical incident.
That would be a big fall if he didn't make that clip.
It would have been a huge fall if he hadn't made the clip, yeah. So there's that replay. You see he looks realizes it's there. And you can actually see the tape is on top of the barrel. He did the right thing.
I think so too.
And of course was called down because he broke a rule. But he broke a rule not for his own fault. So that's why it was called as a technical incident. Nathan Clare does hold provisional first place. Shin now. Moving up through those initial steep sections.
Yeah. These were the best two after the semi-finals. One from Korea, one from Russia.
Little slip there with the foot. She steps into that figure 9.
First start in Korea. The one.
Mun Shin-shin's such a solid competitor. She's swinging around on that hold that's caused so many falls, but she's absolutely solid in it.
So in a good shape, and she's doing well. We follow her during the performance. The countdown, the right bottom corner.
Moves out now. Leftwards on that ice section.
Und dann noch zwei Frauen im Rennen im großen Finale hier. Einmal Russland mit Maria Tolokonina und punktgleich nach dem Halbfinale auch die Koreanerin gerade im Rennen Moon Shin.
Oh, little slip of the heel there in that hole of ice. Little ice pocket.
And we follow her. On this showdown in Ramstein. Kind of windy.
Mun Shin took silver here last year,
There's one thing she
bronze the year before.
get as far as possible.
She'll be looking to increase that medal tally, no doubt about that. Currently sits in second place in the overall rankings.
She has a good flow. The Korean athlete Moon Shin.
The race is not over. These are the best after the semifinals. This is the real showdown. Und auch hier wieder mit Pick 4. Geht nach vorne.
Moving leftwards now on those hanging ice barrels, and it's oh, little slip on the clip there. Makes it second time.
Und hier
Still no tops in this ladies competition yet.
Liedersofa. Die zwei führenden bisher. Korea und Frankreich.
And then I song in first place ahead of Emma McSwiggan. Currently sits in second. Mun Shin moving ever closer to those high points.
Immer noch unterwegs, immer noch top, immer noch
Sina Goetz currently in third place.
die Richtung.
Fell just after clip 14.
Wonton Shin.
World Cup winner last year, Moon Shin from Korea.
Just ahead of the pace there, Mun Shin steps around the front side of that ice,
Watch out.
below the head wall.
And Moon Shin was world champion here in Rabenstein on 2015.
Reaches up with the right hand around the edge of that structure. Pulls across herself to make clip 13.
There's got to be a lot of rope drag right there.
Yeah, and that's why you see the guy just sat on the top of that ice barrel there. Lifts the rope up out of the way. Takes some of the drag out of the system so that Uiaa Shin can continue to climb to the top of this route unhindered. Just over 2 minutes remaining as she continues up the left side of this black diamond-shaped volume makes clip number 14. Big move off this next hold. Will she put the figure 4 in? Oh, little slip of the foot there. Left leg over right hand for the figure 4. Oh, another little slip, but she's got that placement really good. Big hook on that stone block on the left. Swing is, hits it, nice work. On the right side of that black splinter. And it was at this move that Hanna Song fell.
I believe it was.
Uiaa Shin just trying to work out the best method here. Takes the hold with the left hand. Upside down. Oh, misses it first time. And you see that left hand in the inverted grip and in the backhand. Really interesting position. She's switched it this time. She's going to try and pull across herself. Hits it. Wow. Look at that. Really aggressive. Straight into the underside of that hold. Perfect precision. And that clip at 16 guarantees her at least first place now. No, at least second place now. Marietta Lukanina to climb next, of course. But it's going to be at least silver medal. Pushes Hanna Song 1 place down. Emma McSwiggan out of medal contention. If Marietta Lukanina can get this far as well. Right leg over left hand. She makes a move towards the top, and that's clip 18. Oh, little slip. And if she makes this clip, it's only the top to make, and there's so much drag in the system again. I can actually see all the way back down the structure. The rope's wrapped around an ice barrel. That's going to be causing a lot of... Oh, she's popped off.
Looks like she was out of time there, Liam.
That's why. She just sat down. I was too busy looking at that ice barrel. Yeah, ran out of time there, but great effort from Uiaa Shin. We'll find out if that last clip was confirmed or not. And in not that long at all, we'll find out if she's done enough to secure that gold medal. Marietta Lukanina still to climb. And after last week's low fall in Sazfei, she's got a point to prove. Uiaa Shin gets untied from the rope. We wait for our next athlete. It's another Korean athlete. It's the Korean Ice King himself, Hyung Park. Uses his left hand on stone hold. Figure 4 with the left leg over the right hand and locks that left hand into position. See that, taking the hold there with 3 fingers on his axe. Super relaxed. Nice way to vary the grip and relieve some of the pump, perhaps.
Absolutely. Swings on the underside of that black splinter and reaches up behind him into that hanging stein there. Torques the head of the axe against
the structure, just lets it free there to reach out behind him. Really nice, really good momentum for Hyung Park. Silver medal in the first competition of the season in Korea.
What a fun song to climb to.
I think only you could have said that and got away with it. Hyung Park moving rightwards now through those hanging barrels.
Ist Dritter im Gesamtweltcup aktuell. War Zweiter in Korea, Platz 8.
Big reach with that right hand.
Der Etappe in Schweiz in Sassé, Platz 6. Also der dritte Gesamtplatz im Moment. 2 Etappen fehlen noch.
And we're approaching that dynamic move one more time, Lindsay. He did the dyno in China and got it wrong. He fell.
Oh no.
Will he make the same mistake here? Oh, little slip as he makes that clip. Kicks into the ice, spies that next hold. Aims, hits it and sticks it. Hyung Park cruised that move. He's one of the shorter competitors as well. Really nice to see him make that move as he reaches up now with the right hand into the backhand on that intellect hold, the tiny metal plate on the blue resin. Just a few small pre-drilled placements for the very tip of the pick. Very low friction, a lot of tension required.
It's making it look easy.
He certainly is. Call him the Korean Ice King for nothing. Just over 3 minutes on the clock as he reaches up and makes clip 15. If this keeps going as it's going, he's going to get a top here in an exceptionally fast time. Look at that, whole minute ahead of Nathan Claire. And clip 16 made. Into the undercut. Right hand out behind him now. Still over a minute faster, and you can see again using that hand to find the best position on the hold. There's that next hold on the top of the blue volume. One of the Chinese holds there. Clip 18 made, one more to go. Still a whole minute ahead of the pace. Sticks the next move with his right hand, and it's all to play for now. Oh, look at that. Silky smooth from Hyung Park. Oh, but he's not got that top clip made. He's getting closer all the time. And he's still not on the top hold. Left hand's in. But the right hand is not in, and it's stuck. There it is. There's the top. And that's the point that they'll mark him on. We'll see how well that is compared to Nathan Claire. I do believe that he'll be faster. And this was that moment that he stuck the dyno after falling on a dyno earlier this season.
Pretty committing move there.
Very committing, and he just looked so calm. And he climbed so fast that he even gave himself all that contingency at the top.
New leader, unofficial ranking. Third position, Yannick. Second position, and
in the end, he was only 8 seconds faster, Lindsay.
Amazing.
That time there, through his axe stuck and getting the barrel stuck, all that minute that he had, was very, very close. So Nathan Clare now leaves the ice box. He's replaced by Chung Park. And from the ice box, Yunsun Shin will be watching that lady very, very closely. Maria Tolokanina of Russia, World Tour leader so far, 2 gold medals already. Hasn't won here for over 3 years. She wants it today. As always, looks very calm, measured, reminds herself of those moves. Anything above clip 18 will guarantee the win. But how lovely would it be to get a top?
That would be amazing.
And here she goes.
Ja, das ist jetzt die letzte Dienstrennen gegen bei den Damen, meine Damen und Herren. Und das ist dann auch die Entscheidung für Platz 1, 2 und 3.
8 minutes on the clock for each of the female athletes. Maria Tolokanina, our final female athlete. Current results are as follows while she does these early moves. 7th place is Vivian Laboriel of Switzerland. 6th place and 5th place, all tied with 7th. Annie Bertling and Olga Kozek, Finland and Poland respectively. 4th place is currently Switzerland's Sina Goetz. 3rd place, Ireland's Emma McSwiggan. 2nd place, Handare Song of Korea. 1st place is currently Winshun Shin of South Korea. Now we know already we're going to have a new winner. 3 years in a row it's been Handare Song. It's not going to be her this year. Will it be Winshun Shin or will it be Maria Tolokanina? As always, guys, there's only one way to find out. Stay tuned. Slightly behind the pace at this point. Rotates around. Tool switching between figure 4s and figure 9s. The right leg over the right hand in the 9 as she reaches out of that very sketchy zone where 3 climbers fell. Into the safety of the ice. Climbs through that bulge of ice there and hits the stone hold by clip 7. It's clip number 8. Moving over the black box now. Just behind Yunsun Shin. Clip number 9 made. Reaches up and gets that hook front on. That stone edge there. Look at that, Lindsay. Maria Tolokanina inches ahead. 2 seconds ahead of Hanna Song's time now. It's pretty tight.
It is.
She's the last one here in this race. She is Maria Tolokanina, Russia.
Look at that, getting faster all the time now, 11 seconds ahead. She makes that clip. Just pauses to rest at the base of that head wall.
And now big hand applause for Maria Tolokanina from Russia.
Up onto the right-hand side now.
Der Wind wird nicht weniger hier in Rammstein, aber wenn wir so diese
Maria Tolokanina at clip 13, leaning out for that big span.
bis an zur Siegerehrung.
Still got plenty of moves to make. And I'm just looking back along that structure and I can see the rope stuck on that same ice barrel that it was stuck on for Yunseon Shin. There's the Danny Fullerton, man responsible for the video features that you see during these broadcasts. Also responsible for kicking out the plug to the timer. First round of the season in Korea. You thought I'd let him get away with that one? But I was saving that one for a special moment. Great drone pilot as well. Maria Tolokanina reaches up with the right hand round the back of that black splinter. 16 seconds ahead of Yunseon Shin.
Ooh, she's lost the tool.
So she's not dropped it. Oh, she's got it. Look at that. She looked down, wondered if it had gone. It was still hanging there. Very, very lucky. Oh, and she just misses that hold. Hits it second time. Very nice. Maria Tolokanina now. Those few seconds that she was ahead, wasted perhaps. Whoa. She made that clip fast. Of course, sometimes with the clip splits, it can be a little bit subjective because it depends on where the athlete decides to clip them. Up with the right hand onto that next stone edge. On that triangular volume. She makes clip 18. And that clock is ticking down. By making clip 18, she's gone ahead of Yunseon Shin. Because Yunseon Shin did not get clip 18 awarded, I don't believe. By taking that hold, it's guaranteed, and if she can top it, then we don't even need to worry at all.
Looks like she's going to do
clip
it.
19. Does look like that, Lindsay. She's gotten to the front side of the barrel. Oh no, she's dropped her tool. It's not the fairy tale finish that we were hoping for, but it is a gold medal for Maria Tolokanina. Silver medal for Yunseon Shin. Oh, and she's even lost a helmet. Bronze medal for Hanna Song. That right tool just stuck there, bounced out of her hand. And at what point will she realise that she's won? Probably about now. And you can see how much it means to her. After last week's mistake, in Sazfe.
What a comeback.
Takes that gold medal once more in an emotional finish here in Rabenstein. And there is our final man now. I will say one more time, Nikolai Kuzovlev had a technical incident, so he will be allowed to climb again. But our first place qualifier and final male athlete in the regular running order is the orange jacket-cladded Luna Ladovon. He was the fastest to top the route in semi-finals. We were chatting before, Luna and I asked him about the competition and how much it meant to him to be in the finals today. And he said after last week in Sazfe and it's rather upsetting performance, he just wanted to come here and give his best. Very motivated. Needs to top faster than 6 minutes 13 seconds. Current results, excluding Nikolai Kuzovlev: 6th place Yungun Lee of Korea, 5th place Mohammad Reza Safdarian of Iran, 4th place Chang Hyun Lee of Korea, 3rd place Yannick Glattard of Switzerland, 2nd place Nathan Claire of France, 1st place Seong Park of Korea, and there goes Luna Ladovon. Older brother Tristan fell in semi-finals and even managed to sustain a little bit of an injury, but he's okay.
Hatte ja hier heute aufzeigen lassen mit einer Topzeit im Semifinale. Bisher hatte er nur einen 20. Platz in dieser Saison.
An update on Jungmin Kim as well, who also had a nasty fall in semi-finals. She did go to hospital for a precautionary X-ray, but it was purely a precaution. Everything seemed to be in the place that it was supposed to be. With it being such a hard bang on the shoulder, she wanted to opt on the side, err on the side of caution, which is always advised. Now immediately, Luna Ladovon is way too slow. Would you agree, Lindsay?
I think so, yeah.
These athletes with 7 minutes to climb this route. And if he wants gold, has to be faster than 6:13. Really has no margin for error, nor for waiting around and shaking.
Auch hier nochmal sich zu verbessern und sich innerhalb der Besten zu platzieren. Watching out for him. Afterwards, we have one more.
Luna Ladovon now moving through that horizontal section towards the security of the ice. Right, Luna. Time to find that energy, that rocket fuel. You really, really need to go, and I can hear his brother cheering him on in the background. Allez, allez. Obviously not allowed to give any beta or knowledge on the route, but can definitely give some strong words of encouragement.
Super gelten lassen, dass hier in den Semifinals mit vorne dabei war. Das hier noch einmal beweisen.
Allez la France avec Luna Ladovon.
Peut-être que c'est son journée aujourd'hui.
Luna Ladovon in the ice now, climbing up towards that dyno. Very tricky move that's cost a couple of athletes Again, a little hesitant. Oh, just short on that clip. Possibly a little bit of nerves in the finals for him here. So he's on that hold now. He's got that clip. He's got a big move to make, and look at that time difference. A minute and 14 seconds behind Hyung Park, but he sticks the move anyway. Really nicely done. Again, just not quite as precise as we would hope. Two athletes have topped already. So a top would guarantee him a podium. In fact, it wouldn't guarantee him a podium because we're still waiting on Kozlovlev. He wants to be in with a chance of a podium ahead of Yannick Letard, then he's already there. But we have to wait and see what Kozlovlev does. Matches in with the tools. The underside of that Krukonogi plate reaches up onto that intellect hold by clip number 14. Kicks in hard.
And we have the official results from women lead on the board.
Kicking in again, centering his balance underneath that black volume. Hits it with the right hand onto that rock edge. Granite will be biting in. Tool, head of the tool really digging in as well. You can see that he's trying to pick up that pace. It's definitely not going to be enough. Reaches out into the backhand. Time ticking down now. He's got a lot of moves to make before that timer runs out, and I don't know if he's got enough time. Don't think so, but it's a great effort, and it will be a provisional third place as he marches through those last moves. Ale Luna. And it's time up for Luna Ladivon. And a brilliant effort. Frenchman, after last week's disappointment in Sazfei, had a point to prove to himself and to the circuit this week in Rabenstein. I'm sure he'll agree with me in saying that he has most definitely done that. He is in hopes of a bronze medal now, goes into third place ahead of Yannick Letard, but we don't know if it will be the case because we still have to wait for Nikolai Kozlovlev to reclimb. Luna Ladivon pointing to his forearms. I think maybe he's a little bit pumped. See some of the fans down there watching the broadcast, even giving us a little wave. The Glühwein, the hot apple cider. I didn't have to drive to Munich after this, I'd treat myself to one. And there he is. Steely eyes. Laser focus. Nikolai Kozlovlev waits to reclimb.
Here is the unofficial result up to now, after the race of Luna Ladevaux.
Can give you the unofficial results up to this point. In 7th place, Young-gun Lee of Korea. 6th place, Mohammad Reza Safdarian of Iran. 5th place, Chang Hyun Lee of Korea. 4th place, Yannick Glattard of Switzerland. 3rd place in provisional bronze, Luna Ladevaux. 2nd place, provisional silver, Nathan Clare. 1st place, provisional gold, Hyung Park for South Korea. Nikolai Kozlovlev now begins his route.
Hopefully he's had enough time to rest now.
Yeah, he's had, what, about 15 minutes?
I think so.
Isn't actually that much time, really. I don't know how pumped he'll have been by that point. He is a very fit athlete. Let's see how it affects him. If you are just joining us and wondering why Nikolai Kozlovlev is climbing after Luna Ladevaux earlier in the competition, Nikolai Kozlovlev had to recover a clip that had blown on top of a barrel and had to climb backwards to do so. Technical incident was called and he's now allowed to climb again. While he climbs through these initial moves, let me quickly give you the results for the women, and these are as close to being confirmed as they can. Vivian Labaril in 8th for Switzerland, Emily Bertling, Finland, in 7th, Olga Kozak for Poland in 6th, all athletes falling at the same point on the route. Sina Gertz of Switzerland 5th, Emma McSwiggan of Ireland 4th, Hannare Song of Korea 3rd, Won Seon Shin of Korea 2nd, and Maria Tolokanina of Russia 1st. After that, disappointing result for her back in Sasfay last week, an emotional win here. Nikolai Kozlovlev climbs through the ice section. Let's see how quick he can make these moves. Moves into that final ice barrel now. Interesting to see what his split is on this next clip. There is clip number 11.
Enjoy this last performance. Enjoy the art of Nikolai.
Oh, little slip there. Manages to recover it. Needs to take care where he's putting that tool. It was on the front side of that barrel as he reaches up to make clip 12. And he makes move to the intellect hold, ready for the dyno.
The number 1.
9 seconds behind Park. Oh, look at that! So strong. This guy is an absolute weapon.
Long arms.
I mean, I don't think his arms are particularly any more longer than any of the other athletes. He's not that tall. But the way that he just stood that left foot high.
That was impressive.
Isolated that left hand. Poof. Monster. Nikolai Kozlovlev now moving into the upper part of this route. 19 clips total. He's about to make clip 14. Still over 3 minutes on the clock. Nicely done first time up to that granite edge.
So, da war der Arme richtig laut beim Raumstuhl. Für den Russen, für Uiaa Aisklæivæ.
There's clip 16 as well. Still behind Hyung Park. Still behind Hyung Park with those 2 clips in quick succession. Into that undercut. Head of the axe free there as he pulls hard. 17 made.
Findet seinen Weg. Auch weiß, es gibt nur eines. Ganz oben ankommen. Und setzt einen Schritt nach dem anderen hier, sein Ziel zu erreichen.
Clip 18 made. Nikolai Kuzovlev now getting to the real business end of this route. And it's a very close run thing. He's 8 seconds behind Hyung Park. Every single movement makes a difference at this point. Every little efficiency will go towards him either taking a silver medal or a gold medal. He stands up, kicks into the top panel, reaches behind him for the clip, which is a very smart move. And now just needs to get that top, has to reach into the front side. You can see the word top around the opposite side of the barrel. And the barrel twists with him. Oh, and he's gone into the next hole. He's not going round in one movement. That's going to slow him down. Davai Nikolai, there's the left hand into the fig 9. There's the right hand. And Nikolai Kuzovlev tops. We'll have to wait and see whether or not he was faster than Hyung Park, whether it's a gold, silver or bronze, but he becomes one of 3 athletes to top this route here in Rabenstein. Lindsay, that was very impressive.
That was awesome.
Especially considering that he's already climbed half of the route already. And I am just getting the information that provisionally he is the fastest climber, and Nikolai Kuzovlev takes the gold medal. Hyung Park taking silver, and Nathan Claire of France taking bronze. Lindsay, quickly summarise that finals for me.
That was a pretty close call right there. A pretty close race. It was very intense. I think I'm gripping my microphone more than they're gripping their tools.
White knuckle ride.
Yes.
Absolutely stunning final there. Lots of unexpected action, lots of unexpected occurrences. Let's take a look at those results. Look, you can see actually that's a high. This is a replay. That was Nikolai Kuzovlev, but this is the results. Nikolai Kuzovlev in first, Hyung Park in second, Nathan Claire in third, gold, silver, bronze respectively, all of them topping the route. Luna Ladovon just outside the medal contention in fourth, Yannick Glattard in fifth, Changhyun Lee sixth, Mohammad Reza Safdarian seventh, and Youngun Lee eighth. And those women's results, let's take a quick look at those. These are the provisional rankings, of course. They have to be signed off by the judges. Maria Tolokanina, not given the top there, but did get the highest result. For Russia, gold medal. Wonseon Shin for Korea, second. Silver medal. Handare Song for Korea, third. And bronze medal. Eamon McSwiggan of Ireland, fourth. Sina Gertz, fifth. Olga Kozek, sixth. Enni Bertling, seventh. And Vivian Laborio, eighth. Well, Lindsay, I'm going to go down and grab a chat with the guys at the structure. Before we do that, I want to say a big thank you to you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you'll take your moment to say thank you to Lindsay. And I want to give you guys the opportunity to watch the speed highlights from yesterday, just in case you missed that competition. I'll be down there with the athletes for quick interviews. Check out these speed highlights. Shiver on the left, Tolokanina on the right. But, oh, and it's a big fall for Tolokanina, she's out! That is a shock and a horror, and it's Kosheva that keeps on going. Big finish for her on 0.87. Trina Kosheva is guaranteed the bronze medal. High right foot from Kuzovlev, a powerful start from him. Generates the momentum, and it's a big explosion from him. big reaches, and he's looking to find the momentum. Kartashev powering away, but just not able to catch Kozlovlev, who does finish first. 10.21 is the bronze medal for Nikolai Kozlovlev. And they're very, very close at the moment. No, Bogdan's off! She's out of there! Tistova just needs to finish her, and it's almost a ball for her. Just keep it together. She hasn't realised that she probably has now, but as long as she finishes, that's a gold medal for her. In that yellow bib is Anton Yemov. Big stumble from Sukharev. Yemov gets off to a good start, and they're very close again. Sukharev starting to accelerate. Yemov pulls away. It's going to be so close. Another slip from Yemov. Sukharev got his tool stuck. He's going one-handed. Yemov finishes, and it's a heartbreak as Sukharev goes one-handed to the finish. Yemov takes his third gold medal in the season.
Baumeister, der erste ist die kleine Garniges. Russia. The next one is Vladimir Kartashev, Russia. Der nächste wieder ein Russe. Und hier gibt es die ersten Interviews mit dem Sieger. Vladimir Kartashev, wird den Rekord knacken hier oder nicht 16:16? Er schaut sich das Ganze noch einmal.
So that was the speed highlights from yesterday. Very excited stuff, I'm sure you'll agree. One man who was fast yesterday and was even faster today is Nikolai Kozlovlev. Nikolai, that was amazing. Congratulations once more.
Сынку, я очень рад, что принял участие в этих соревнованиях. Впервые я в Рабинштайне, участвуя, победил. Для меня это очень важно, и я очень рад этому.
He is very happy to be the second. I guess he is the second.
He won.
He won. Oh.
Я был много раз, но первый раз выиграл.
It's his first time being the first, so he's very happy.
I'd really like to ask him, after that technical incident, how easy was it or how hard was it for him to regain the composure and then compete so well to then come out and win it?
Технический инцидент произошел. Судьи посчитали, что это действительно инцидент. Для меня плохо, что он произошел уже на 10-й тяжке. Это довольно-таки длинная дистанция. И я думал, что я не восстановлюсь. Но, на мое счастье, как-то мой организм быстро восстановился. И я уже вышел на старт свежий. Мне это вторая попытка, что лез. В целом, как опытному спортсмену, мне это помогло.
He said that that technical incident, he thought that he wouldn't be able to recover, but he did, and it helped him to that he knew the half of the road. So this is what he was saying.
Well, it seems that Nikolai is indeed very, very happy with his performance. We're going to grab a couple of the other athletes. Nikolai, congratulations once more.
Thank you. Очень. I'm happy. Very, very happy. Thank you, people. I am winner.
Congratulations, Nikolai, and thank you so much, Anna, for translating. Okay, we're going to grab the next athletes, which is not Danny. It's Maria. Excellent. We've lost our translator. Okay, Maria, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That was amazing. I was particularly interested at the top when you came down and you realized you'd won. You seemed frustrated and then very emotional. What was going through your head?
Ladies and gentlemen, for Russia, Anton Yemov, the winner of yesterday's speed race, the gewinner for gestern.
Да, действительно расстроилась, не думала, что смогу его забрать, но когда получилось, поняла, что это мой шанс, и надо его использовать и показать максимальный результат.
She said that it was very difficult for her to reach for the instrument when she left it, But when she did it, she knew that this is her chance and she must do everything that she can.
And how did it feel for her to win after the mistake last week in Saas-Fee?
Я о соревнованиях в Saas-Fee не думала, сейчас настраивалась только на этот старт, поэтому, я думаю, показала хороший результат.
She wasn't thinking about Saas-Fee today, so that's what helped her to do her best today.
3 gold medals from 4. Is it possible to take more?
Yes, I take more.
Fighting talk from Maria Tolokanina. Masha, congratulations once more. So good.
Thank you so much.
And thank you, of course, Maria and to Anna for your translation. Don't go anywhere because we still have the speed interviews. Have we got speed interviews? No, we don't. They're busy. They're busy. But we will get the men's winner, the men's second place, rather, in just a few seconds. And then I'll be back up there to commentate on the medal ceremony. The wind's picking up here. It's gone really cold in Rabenstein. Actually, behind us, what's going on is what's called the speed record. I'll tell you guys about that in a moment. We're going to go to the Denver highlights. Tell you what, guys, it's a little bit too cold to be stood out here for much longer. Are we going to go to Denver highlights? We do have one Xunshin. Hey.
Hey.
How was that?
I feel so hot today. It was very nice route and very nice wall. I'm satisfied at my climb today. I used my all power.
It looked really difficult. There were some very technical moves.
I was so tired and technically it's a very hard route and physically too.
When you finished, did you think that you would win or did you expect Maria to get higher?
Yeah, Maria, I think Maria can make top. Yeah, but I'm really, I need more time for make top, so yeah.
How are you feeling for Champagny?
Champagne, I'll do my best.
Well, congratulations on a silver medal.
Okay, thank you.
And good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
So, Yunseon Shin there of Korea. We're going to go now to the Denver promo. You need to check this out. Denver is going to be the competition of the season, pretty much guaranteed, with crowds estimated in the region of 20,000 people. Check this out.
Okay, jetzt zweiter Anlauf für Romstoner. Christoph Witzer, er ist schon erholt. Er ist rasant unterwegs. Und wir unterstützen ihn jetzt. Rand 2 für Christoph Witzer. Jawohl. Und gestartet, Christoph. Jawohl. Aui, 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 Aui. Hopp, 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 hopp. Hopp, 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 hopp. Jawohl. Das geht sich aus. Knapp dran, hopp, 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 hopp. Und gleich ist rum. Jawohl. 33, 41. 33, 41. 33. 21. Kartashev, jetzt der nächste. Vladimir Kartashev, Russia, bereitet sich vor. Bereitet sich vor jetzt für seinen zweiten Hockey Second Run. Second Run, immer noch die beste Zeit von Anton. Anton immer noch die beste Zeit mit 22,79. Vladimir Kartashev on the run. Okay, die Zeitlegung justiert noch einmal nach.
So here we are, of course, with that gold medal win for Nikolai Kozlovlev. Amazing work from him. After that, this was the technical incident, in fact, where he had to climb back and take that draw. And of course, you're not allowed to climb backwards, but because the draw had been blown up onto the structure, it was a technical incident. He was allowed to climb again, reclimb the whole thing, and managed to win. Hanare Song climbed incredibly well. That little foot pop cost her anything above bronze, but she does go with bronze medal.
22-24. Anton Kartashev.
That was Hanare Song, that little foot pop.
Okay, another man from Russia. Heading to the best side.
Can't really see it from this angle, but as she went up with that right hand, left hand locked in, that right foot dropped, she lost the tension. Still enough for a bronze.
Jetzt haben wir 22:34 als Bestmarke.
Really great composure from Hanare Song, especially after the athletes were having to climb so quickly. With those falls early in the route.
And receive Anton Kartashev is there. Is beating that. And go, Anton, go.
There was Nathan Clare, bronze medalist. Cruised that jump. Pretty tall athlete, still had to jump. It was amazing to see Nikolai Kozlovlev static that move. Then, of course, went on to top the route. Yunseon Shin, as we just heard from her, needed a little bit more time. She said if she wanted to top, she would have needed more time, but great effort nonetheless, and was so aggressive into this move. So precise into the Stein. Watch this. First time, no messing. Really wonderful precision. Hyung Park, of course, second place. He, Nathan Clare, and Nikolai Kozlovlev all topping on that men's route. Maria Tolokanina, the heart-in-mouth moment when her tool got stuck on a hold. She managed to swing all the way across. And then, of course, went on to climb higher on the route, and that's where she dropped the axe. And that was the end of her gold medal winning run. And then, of course, Nikolai Kozlovlev in that winning run, so strong in that move. And the only reason he was dynamic was because his pick popped. He was so powerful. Incredible core strength. We're almost ready to go with the podiums.
official results are posted on the board. Wir haben jetzt die offiziellen Ergebnisse und das ist unser letzter Speedkletterer hier auf Turm. Red Mosher, you're on. Go! Up, 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 up.
Still going on is that speed record. World record set in 2016, 16.16 seconds. Climbing the full height of this tower. The opportunity to win a little bit of extra prize money.
Coming down, so we have Anton Nievo, best time of today in this show competition, 19:08. Ja, in diesem Showrennen 19:08. Nievo, die Bestzeit. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting the prize ceremony right now. Persönlichkeiten sind hier mit natürlich auch ganz toller Tracht. Ladies and gentlemen, signores, siamo per iniziare, wir fangen jetzt gleich an bei dieser Uiaa Siegerehrung. Nehmen Sie bitte Platz hier ganz vorne und feiern Sie mit uns dieses sportliche Ereignis in Ramstein.
So just to recap, this is the 4th medal ceremony of the season. In this 4th round in Rabenstein. We still have 2 more to go. Next week we'll be in Champagny, France. Following week we have a break, in fact, and then we will be in Denver, Colorado.
This medal ceremony is brought to you by Outdoor Research, proud sponsor of the...
Don't have updates on the overall standings yet, but you can find those on results.theuiaa.org.
Women competition. Okay.
Here's the medal presentation.
Our medalist speed women competition.
Presented by one of the locals in traditional dress, and you'll notice that we're actually missing the top spot athlete there. I don't have full information, but I have been told that Ekaterina Feoktistova has had to leave the venue due to sickness. I believe that she's on her way to seek medical attention. So I don't have any more information on that. I will give you it if I get it, but I don't have it. Katerina Fedotová not on the top spot of the podium and will not be penalised due to the fact that she is indeed unwell. Extenuating circumstances in this case. We do have our third place athlete, and that is Katerina Fedotová, excuse me, of Russia. Finished her total time in the finals of 26.75. Valeria Bogdan took silver medal. The gold medal went to Katerina Fedotová, total time 34 seconds, and it's a full Russian podium in the speed competition.
Thank you for the applause. She's absent due to some injury. Ja, ist nicht leider nicht anwesend aufgrund Schmerzen.
And of course now we will have the Russian national anthems.
Your medal winners of the speed women competition. They give some big hands. Thank you. And please stand for the national anthem of Russia. Thank you very much.
That was the national anthem of Russia. Third place, Katerina Kosheva. Second place, Valeria Bogdan. And first place, Katerina Fedotová. And now we have our men's speed podium.
On behalf of the International Climbing and Mountaineering Federation, the Uiaa, the President, Fritz Freiland, we now present the bronze, silver and gold medals respectively to the winners of the competition. And Saleva will present the prizes given by the Major of Morse, Gotthard Kufler. Receiving the bronze medal.
Third place and bronze medal
From Russia.
awarded to Russia's Nikolai Kuzovlev. Total time, ironically the fastest, 19.68 seconds. A very interesting speed final.
Receiving the silver medal. Silver medaille from Russia, Russland, Anton Sukarev.
Silver medal, second place goes to Anton Sukarev. Amazing work from him. Puts him into fourth place in the overall championship and his second medal of the season.
And now receiving the gold medal, gold medaille from Russia, Russland.
And the gold medal goes to Anton Yemov. 3 golds this season, 60 points, clear of second place. Totally dominating so far. now, of course, we'll have the Russian national anthem.
And please stand for the national anthem of Russia.
Thank you. Vielen Dank.
That is, of course, the Russian national anthem in the men's speed podium, the fourth of the season. I do have the updated overall results as well, so I can tell you that top 5 in the speed. Vladimir Kartashev is 5th for Russia, Anton Sukharev 4th for Russia. 3rd place, Nikolai Kozovlev. 2nd place, Vladislav Irlov. 1st place, Anton Nemov, the dominant with 3 gold medals. Now we'll have the women's lead podium.
On behalf of the International Climbing and Mountaineering Federation, the UAII, will now, the President, Fritz Reinhardt, will now present the bronze, silver and gold medals, respectively, to the winners of the competition, and Raiffeisen Landesbank and the Major of St. Leonhard de Pasaya, Konrad Pitcher, will present the prizes. Receiving the bronze medal, bronze medaille from Korea.
3rd place and bronze medal goes to Korea's Han Nare-song.
Receiving the silver medal, silver medaille from Korea, for Korea.
2nd place and silver medal goes to Korea's Yoon Seon Shin.
Another winner, receiving the gold medal, the gold medaille.
This time, that gold medal is reserved for, once again, Queen of Ice Climbing, Russia's Maria Tolkanina, gold medal in 1st place here in the 4th round, 2019 Uiaa Ice Climbing World Cup. In a few moments' time, we will have the Russian national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, you medal winners of the lead woman competition. And now please stand for the national anthem of Russia.
So there it was, third place, Handare Song, second place, Uncheon Shin, first place. Third gold medal of the season goes to Russia's Maria Tolokonina. And of course, if you missed that feature earlier in the programme, we will have the Maria Tolokonina interview up on YouTube, on the UIAA YouTube, pretty soon. So do keep an eye out for that. Now it's time for our men's podium.
Respectively to the winners of the competition, and Spezialbierbrauerei Forst will present the prizes and given by Reinhold Bircher. And now receiving the bronze medal, bronze medaille from France, Frankreich, Nathan Claire.
Third place, the bronze medal is his second ever medal of the second ever medal in his career, and the second in the season. Bronze is reserved today for Nathan Claire of France.
Receiving the silver medal, silver medaille from Korea.
Second place and silver medal goes to Korea's Hyung Park. All three of these athletes topped this route. Nathan Claire in 6 minutes 21, Hyung Park in 6:13, Kozovlev in 5:48. It's a very close run thing.
And now receiving the gold medal from Russia, Goldmedaille für Nikolai Kozlovlev.
Gold medal in first place. It's his third of the season as well. The Russians utterly dominant this season. Goes to Nikolai Kozlovlev. And we'll have the Russian national anthem for a fourth time.
Ladies and gentlemen, your medal winners for the leadsman competition. Please stand now for the national anthem of Russia.
So there was the men's lead podium. Third place, Nathan Claire, bronze medal for France. Second place, Hyung Park, silver medal for Korea. And first place, Nikolai Kozlovlev with a gold medal for Russia.
Thank you.
And
we now come to the closing of the 2019 Uiaa Aiskliving World Cup in Italy. Vielen Dank, Rabenstein, Rosaital. Grazie, Alto Adige, Italia. Grazie a tutti. Arrivederci. See you next year. Thank you.
speech there from the UIAA President Fritz Weiland, and that concludes proceedings here in Rabenstein. It's all that's left for me to say now is a few thank yous. Of course, a huge thank you to our sponsors, particularly Outdoor Research, without whom this competition would not be possible. A big thank you to all of the spectators that came to the competition, and of course a special thanks to you guys at home that tuned in. Thank you, of course, to our broadcast partners, QTV, who, as always, do a stellar job. And it's a big thanks personally from me to you guys and to the athletes. It's a special one. The next round of the competition will be next week in Champagny, France. And if the first 4 rounds have been anything to go by, it's not worth missing. Do subscribe, do tune in. Whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, do it safely and do it with heart. My name is Liam Lonsdale. Good afternoon.